welcome to my channel. If you are new to my channel, I'm so thankful that you are here, and if you're returning to my channel, oh my goodness, you are amazing. Today's video is going to be a little bit different. It's already 11 o'clock at night. I worked late today, so that means everything's late today. I had every intention of filming a video before I went to work, but I had some technical difficulties. I thought my camera was charging, but in fact it was not charging. That was upsetting. I even did my hair. You can't tell now though. Last disclaimer is, it is pouring rain outside right now, like a sleety, frozen-y type rain. So if you can hear that all in the background, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. If you are new here, I start every video with a question to help you get to know me and to help me get to know you guys better. So today's question of the day is totally going to be related to this video because it's late and I'm just not that creative when it's just late at night. So today's question is, what is your best matching foundation? Leave it down below in the comments. Of course, I have to give credit where credit is due. I saw this video first on James Charles's channel. I feel like it was something I was a little curious about myself because I know James has struggled with finding foundation matches. I struggle a lot. I'm terrible at picking out foundations online, and that is where I'm usually picking out my foundations. So I kind of wanted to see, like, where are my foundations at according to my skin tone? Do any of them really match? Any of them? Who knows? I have quite a few foundations here. I'm going to swatch all of the foundations I currently own. I do have 2 more on the way because I have a problem. I'm obsessed with drugstore foundation right now. I do have them organized by my more current, hopefully more current skin tone range to my more summer skin tone range, because my skin tone does change throughout the year quite a bit depending on if I'm out in the sun or I'm spray tanning. I don't usually do any type of fake tanning besides in the summertime so that I look a little bronze, like I actually go outside, even though I don't really go outside that much. I also thought this would be a great way for you guys to kind of see what foundations I have in my collection, if there's something you want to see a review on, a wear test with. If you just want to see how it works, let me know. I am so open to ideas. If any of these foundations intrigue you, then just let me know down below. That comment section down there, just go ahead and leave a little comment. The first one is the Rimmel Stay Matte foundation in the shade Fair Ivory. Okay, so I think I'm going to start right here. I have more of a warm undertone. I can do neutrals as long as they don't lean too pink, but I definitely, my face is pretty neutral, but my body carries a much more golden undertone, and that's what I try to match, because if I get too pink on the face, it looks really strange against my body. But I feel like that one buffed in pretty good. Now I am using studio lights right now because it's 11 o'clock at night, but I feel like that one, totally passable. Just from my eye, it is just a wee bit pinker than I am, but like that, it's right here. That blends in pretty darn good. Like the lightness is real close to my current lightness. The next one I have used recently, so I know it's a pretty darn good shade match. It is the Joa Truly Yours BB Cream in Light. See, this one has more of that kind of goldeny, or maybe even olive, a little bit more goldeny. That one to me, so here is the first one, and then the second one. Like, that's pretty dang close. Both of those, can't talk. Both of those, I feel like in my viewfinder are blending in really well, where like these are the things you wear and no one's gonna be like, ooh girl, that don't match. Next up I have the NARS in Gobi. I actually got matched to, is there one called like Mont Blanc? I could be making that up. It's the shade before this at Sephora, and I wore it a few times and I was like, you know what, the undertone just wasn't what I was looking for. This one definitely has that yellow base. Now that one might be I got a pretty good amount there. That one is like a really, really close match. These two are reading to my eye more pinky toned than I am. This one, especially when you really buff that into the skin. The Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define in F6.5. Get my hair out of the way. Ooh, that one's pretty darn close too. Like, I feel like that one's gonna buff into the skin nicely. I have high hopes for this one. Kind of put it in an awkward spot on my neck. Ooh, dang, that one. So like this one is oxidizing. I can tell you that. Like right now, the NARS is oxidizing. This one blends in pretty dang good too. If it was just a tinge warmer, then the Conceal and Define, the lightness of this one I feel like is actually a little bit closer to me than the NARS. But this one needs to be just like a little bit warmer. Next up is the Tarte Shape Tape in Light Sand, and I'm actually going to move over to the shoulder, little shoulder action. Ooh, that one looks pretty dang close, you guys. So this one buffs into the skin deeper than I thought it would. But ooh, dang. The thing with a lot of these foundations is also the fact that they're so full coverage that I don't feel like any full coverage totally melts into the skin. That one is real close. Some of these I haven't actually worn on my face yet because I'm that freak when it comes to makeup. I hoard it. I love it. This one is one of the ones I haven't worn. This is the Catrice HD Foundation in Light Beige. Oh yeah, there we go. Look at that. So Instagram worthy. Not really. Okay, let's see. This one is pretty similar to the Tarte Shape Tape, but like with some more pinky, like that one's pretty pink compared to my skin. I personally feel like a lot of foundations lean pink. I really do. I feel like a lot of them just like lean the pink direction. Like if it says neutral, a lot of times, again, I feel like it leans pink. So that one is a little dark for me, a little too pink. Like I can make it work when I'm a little more tan. I don't think you would notice the color issues, but it's a little pink for me. This is the Joa Truly Yours Foundation in Natural Ivory. Looking Instagram worthy. This one, also leaning pink, you guys. I'm telling you, foundations lean pink. Can you even see that? I'll try to get up here for you. But that one buffs in pretty good. Just like barely too pink on that one. It's right here. That one, the shade of it, like the lightness factor, very comparable to my skin, but just a little too pink. Onward. Jouer in Sand. Woo! That's got a warm undertone. That's kind of like real, that's got a twinge of orange in there. That's real orangey. Next up is the Clinique Beyond Perfecting in One Linen. This range has very strange undertones in my opinion. So this is tan Laynie right here. This is not winter Laynie. That's real dark for me, and that's like one of their lighter shades that has a warm undertone. So many of theirs have a pink undertone. These two, not good matches right now. Next up I have the LA Girl Pro Matte in Bisque. So these two are actually really similar. The LA Girl and the Jouer are pretty darn close. This one is warm, but it's almost got like a orangey, kind of like nectarine vibe going on there. It is interesting, when you're wearing foundation, you so often can make them work for you that you don't notice that they don't match so much. because you're like blending them in, you're using concealers, you're using powders. But now, side by side, I'm like, oh my god. This one I tested out earlier today and I was like, oh god, I did not get the right color. This is Dermacol in 210 and it is so pink. Ooh, that's so pink on me. Real pink. Do you guys see how pink that is? That's like sugar plum fairy pink, and I don't even know what that means, but it just what came to my mind. I think again that's another one where like the line, all of them lean pink. Next up we have the Born This Way in Ivory. Ooh, this one has a good yellow undertone. That one, honestly, my swatch doesn't look very good, but I feel like this one really buffed into the skin, because again, the really heavy coverage ones, until you really buff them into the skin, it looks like, and I don't have enough skin for how many foundations I actually have. So that's cool. This is a brand new one to me that I haven't worn yet. It's the Pacifica All Light Clean Foundation in Neutral Light. That one's a pretty good match, you guys. Let's see, give it a second. The Pacifica leans just barely pinker than I am, but that one's pretty darn good too. Like, that's a successful match in my opinion. Anastasia Beverly Hills Foundation Stick in Banana. And I feel like that one, if I was just like a wee bit tanner. Here, we'll pretend my stretch marks on my shoulders don't exist. Oh yeah, like that one's pretty darn close. If I had just like a little bit of a tan, that would work. Next up is the Makeup Revolution in F2, their stick foundation. I also feel like this one has strange undertones. This line, like that one looks very pink on me. This foundation I truly love, by the way, but that leans very pink on me. Like, I can make it work, but it's pretty darn pink on me. I guess I'll move to the arm. I'm going to do it this way though, which I know is weird because I have arm hair, but this is going to be more of what I'm matching it to. I don't match it to this because this doesn't match my chest. The ColourPop Fair 05W. Well, that's a pretty good match there. Oh, I'm going to put this one in a very good match category. That one really matches well. Sephora Stick Foundation, which I feel like does not get enough attention in Beechwood. This one is more like leaning towards more summer Laynie, but the tone of it is really nice. Like when I have a little bit of a tan, I can totally rock that one. Now I'm going to move over to the Sephora stick that I have for my more way summer shade, really my more fake tan shade in Maple. Like, this is a dream when I am that tan. I used to get this tan back in the day. Pray for my skin. That was a natural tan back then. I'm not proud of it. The next so far is like, girl, you realized how pale you actually are and you got a shade to match. This is like, girl, you were dreaming. You were hoping you were this color. Next up we have the ColourPop Light 65. Oh, that sounds deep. What was I thinking? Again, this is like summertime. This is the Light Illusion by Flower Beauty in the shade Natural Beige. There's so many times I buy foundations that I like to pretend that I'm much tanner than I am. Like, look, when did I think that matched? This is getting messy. It's getting real over here, you guys. Wet n Wild Vanilla Beige. Now, this one is interesting because it applies really dark, but I will say it buffs out lighter. Like, it seems to lighten where so many foundations darken. I mean, it's still really way too dark for me right now. I had to wear fake tanner to make this video. Okay, ladies and gents, I can honestly say I haven't always been the best at choosing my foundations. James Charles is not alone. It happens to the best of us. I will say for me it's a mixture of A, my skin tone can change a lot throughout the year. B, every foundation is a struggle, honestly, to find that perfect color. And also, can we get better pictures online? I so love that so many companies are going to actual pictures of people for their foundation shades. I feel like that makes such a big difference in being able to find the correct shade. Also, I will say this. I'm one of those people who I don't feel like it's the end of the world if you don't find a perfect shade match, as long as you find as close to your skin tone as possible, because like I said, you can really do things to make it work for you. The concealer you pick, the powder you pick, the bronzers you pick, there are ways to make it work. Another little cheat is picking up a foundation mixer. There's really good ones at the drugstore, or picking up foundation drops, pigment drops like Cover FX or Dermablend. If you do not want to spend that much money, which that's me, I don't want to, I grabbed the NYX Total Coverage drops. I got the one in pale, their fairest shade, which is really pale, even coming from a pale girl myself, and then the medium olive. So these are great to mix into foundations that are just like a little bit off from where you're really at. I hope you guys enjoyed this fun little video. I know it's a little bit different. I know I'm looking like a little bit like, oh, she's been through it, because I have. It's been a long day. But I had to film for you guys today, and I was really inspired when I saw James Charles do this video. But before I close out this video, I have to do my shout out of the day. Courtney Haynes. Courtney said, I want to try them so bad. She was commenting on my Kathleen Lights Zodiac Pigments video. It's late. I can't think. Courtney, thank you so much for the comment. If you pick any up, let me know. I seriously would love to hear what you think. And thank you so much for being a member of the Lash family. I'm seriously so happy that you are here. You guys, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I would love, love, love for you to be a part of the Lash family. Really, 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 I would. And as always, you guys, please try to stay positive, because at the end of the day, that is truly all we can try to do. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day.